how that's a little bit longer? You can just take and trim it off. Just like that. The reason I like to fold it over is I don't like any sticky stuff on the tops. Like up here, I don't like any of that. So anyways, that's how you attach that side. And then the way that I like to cut my, let's see if I can get the camera to come down a little bit here. Alrighty. The way that I like to cut my card pockets, and I'll just show you really quick on one side that's attached, is I like to take them at an angle. So you start down at this corner and you come up this way towards the top of the next pocket, and then you start at the bottom of the next pocket and you come up towards the top, and then you come up towards the top like that. So you have 3 diagonal lines. Then you just pick up your, I don't know if I got them deep enough or not, but you pick it up and you have a little triangle and you just tuck it under. Again, that's how I do it. You're welcome to do it however you want. Alright. Now we're going to attach this side. And again, we want to make sure the card pockets are facing the top of the broom, just like you would with a bifold. So this is basically how you make the inside of a bifold wallet, because if you folded it and you put another billfold on the outside, you have your ID plus 3. And then on this side you just make a 3 plus 3. It's exactly the same as a bifold, only you make a 3 plus 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attach these pockets. Alright. Now I've attached these card pockets on the bottoms and the center. They're still loose over here on this side, and they're still loose on this side. And they're still loose, the last one is still loose on the very bottom. Now the last part of the wallet that we have to make is the back. The part where all your designs are going to go that are going to be on the outside. So first, for the center, for my size wallet, I have to make a sheet that is, if you'll look here, when you put these together, I like to have 1 inch of a gap between them. So that makes them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches tall. And again, we're going to stick with the 8 inches wide. I do, on this wallet, keep it 8 inches. If it was my bifold, I would make it 8 inches and 1 tiny millimeter. But anyways, so we're going to start with the inside collar. And again, it's going to be 8 inches. And I need it to come down 7 inches. So just keep putting down 8-inch strips and overlapping them about 1/4 of an inch. Until you get to 7 inches. I think it takes about 4 strips. It's either 4 or 5. It might be 5. It depends on how much you overlap them, I guess. I'm going to try to see if I can get it done in 4 here, because you really don't need it to overlap a lot. Just needs to overlap enough that it doesn't come apart on you. So you can do it with 4 strips if you're really careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also if it's not quite 7 inches, if it's just a little bit less, that's fine. So just use 4 strips. You're going to peel it up from the spot you started, so at the top. And that's because if you peel it up from the bottom, they're just going to come apart. Okay. So you've peeled it up and it's upside down and it's ready to go. That is the wrong color. I do not want black. Put that back on the roll. Now you're going to want to use your outside color. And what I'm doing down here is, let me see if I can raise the camera enough to show you. Here we go. Is I'm going to put this a 1/2 inch above a line. See, this is the line, it's a 1/2 inch above it. And I want it where there's a 1/2 inch between the lines on either side. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start laying down your outside color. You're going to lay your outside color down at the bottom of the line so that there's some sticky still touching the mat. And you want it to go all the way to this line so that it's a 1/2 inch longer than the inside color. And you want to do the same thing on the right. If you're worried about not making it long enough, go ahead and make it a little bit extra. And I suggest this because you can always cut down. And even though you can always add more, you can't always add more and keep it looking good. So, and just keep doing that all the way across so you get all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to use my larger ruler to cut this down in a little bit as soon as I figure out what I did with it. I think it's in my tape bag. Make sure there's no air bubbles. When you get to the last piece, it might be a good idea to turn it over so that it's facing you. And then just line it up again to where there's a 1/2 inch on the bottom. And then you're just gonna make your tape straight with the bottom line and just push it down. Just like that. Alright. Let's see, here's my ruler. I like to cut sticky side up so I know exactly what I'm getting. You don't want to do this unless your knife's really sharp. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down just so that it's a little bit evener. It don't have to be perfect because you can always cut it down later. You want it to be at least a 1/2 inch. Don't cut it down any more than that, because then if your lines aren't straight later, you won't have anything to work with. And I'll show you what I mean. Oh, that's not good. Don't bunch up. If it starts to bunch up, just stop while you're still ahead. Because, yeah, that ain't good. There we go. Again, it don't have to be perfect. Then you're going to cut these little squares out of the bottoms, or of all the corners. You just cut little squares out. Go all the way around. Make sure you get every corner. So you should have 4 squares that you cut out. Alright, then next what you're going to do is you're going to stick your 2 pieces in. You're going to put them in this way. This might be a good time to take off the extra pieces of tape. If you're not comfortable doing that, then, you know, don't. But I like to go ahead and take them off. Okay guys, so I accidentally thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So basically, after you cut out the squares of your corners, you're going to fold over the sides. So first you want to fold over this side. And you want to fold it up over all the pockets and the ID. And then you want to fold over this side. And then you want to fold over your bottom. And obviously you want to make sure before you start folding over the tape that your camera's recording. No. I will show you what you need to make sure you do before you fold up the tape. But I had already done that. So you want to make sure that your wallet's facing the right way. You want your brims and your billfolds to be this way, and you want your card pockets to be facing up. So if they're not, make sure they are. And then basically after you get all that folded up, what you're going to do is go around here, and you're going to take and you're going to make little cuts. I'm going to show you the 2 that are most important for this wallet. Obviously, you know you have to cut your card pockets, and I cut my card pockets the same way I cut this. See right here, I already cut it. See, it's got a little line going from here to here. I'm going to pull it up so you can see it. See, I cut it that way, and then I fold it in. Just like that. And you do it on both sides. And you do it on, obviously, both billfolds and both sides of both billfolds. So you got these little tabs here, and those just stay there. And I like to do all the little diagonals on all my card pockets. So basically, there you have it, your women's wallet. I'm sorry I did it all in one color, but I didn't want to waste it because I'm going to be decorating this for Duct Tape Manny's contest. So if y'all haven't entered that yet, go enter it. It's freaking awesome!